Hello, my loves, and welcome to another collective reading here on Mo Online. I was going to say XO Mo, but that's my old YouTube channel. We were talking about how I used to do makeup looks. Y'all remember when I used to do makeup looks? If you do, let me know down in the comment section. Excuse me, truth burp. Thank you, Layla. But we're getting ready to do a collective reading. So, yeah, find yourself in a nice, relaxed position. You can join me for the initial prayer or say a prayer of your own. But I pray that our ancestors, spirit guides, and angels in the Most High protects our minds, bodies, and spirits. It is my intention to align us all with healing joy in the most authentic versions of ourselves. And I pray that we receive the gift of wisdom and discernment so that we are able to take empowered action that is in alignment with our highest and greatest good. Ashe, 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 ashe. Let me pull my microphone closer to me today just to make sure that my audio quality is giving. Okay, she was painted, honey. Looks down the house boot. Slay mama queen, yes, girl, guad. Well, let's get into it. Hello, ancestors, spirit guides, and angels. I'm here to deliver a collective message. So if there's anything you would like the collective here to know, to be aware of, and to receive, I'm here to deliver it. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Okay, so what I'm getting with the Three of Swords in reverse, the Page of Pentacles upright, followed by the Empress and the Page of Swords. It feels like we're making a slow approach to honoring like our feminine energy. The thing is like, and this could be like, this is a collective reading, so it's definitely like larger, but first card that we have is the Three of Swords in reverse, and this Three of Swords in reverse, it feels like disappointment. It feels like maybe there was some type of disappointment in our personal lives, in our relationships. This could be with our communities, with the world at large. There's some type of disappointment in this Page of Pentacles, and this Empress card is like we're continuously being disappointed. We're like disappointment after disappointment after disappointment after disappointment. And what's going on with this disappointment, it's like it's slowly moving us and guiding us to be gentle, right? To making an investment, to honoring the feminine, to be empathetic, right? I felt this is so many things. This could be like the election. This could be like your relationships with your friends or your coworkers or your job. And right now it just feels like we're thinking about it, but I'm kind of getting that like with the Strength card in reverse, the Ten of Wands in reverse, Lover's card in reverse, right? I feel like that the Most High doesn't want us to, part of me wants to say make a big deal out of it, but it kind of is a big deal. But with the Judgment card here, and again, Pluto just moved into Aquarius. The Judgment card is connected to Plutonian energy. It feels like the Most High doesn't want us to create a chore or a to-do list out of this energy. That it really wants us to feel it out. Again, we just had a full moon in Taurus last Friday, and then there's this empathetic sensing. There's this sensing. I'm just feeling my way through things. Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Again, like the emotions. I'm like feeling. I'm feeling. How do I feel? How do I feel myself through these processes? What do I need to feel like? How is my compass, my emotions, my feelings, my intuition? How are they guiding me from where I am and where I need to be? Right? In that process, it's not only is it slower, it's much slower than we're used to moving, but it's also kind of non-committal. Like the moon shifts in and out of a zodiac sign every like 2.5 days. You know what I mean? So it's more like a mood. These are more like mood swings. Right? But there's something about like allowing ourselves to understand our mood swings, to understand the tides of the ocean is what they're showing me. The ebb and the flow. The high tide and the low tide. There's something about understanding that. Let me get some more information that I feel like is the direction we need to go in. And then it's like, it even feels so like nondescript. It's like, I'm not even getting a clear sense of direction of like where we're going or how we're going to get there. It's just that like, we just need to feel. Oh, Venus made a perfect triangle with Orion and Taurus over Halloween. Orion is another star, right? I know there's like 2 other stars that are like relatively close to our solar system. The other is Sirius. But if Venus made a perfect trine with Orion and Taurus, it's lovely. It's lovely trine, like feminine energy coming in. It's Sirius. It's like... It's felt kind of like the radio station, Sirius. Sirius. That's funny. What else does the Most High want us to know? Please and thank you. There's a need to be able to transmute energy, especially because we're in the middle of like... So some people here... Again, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. I'm not getting that this is for everybody, but some people here, when they experience failure, there's like a mood swing that takes place, right? But sometimes they don't necessarily make it out of the mood swing. Like they stay on one side of the swing and they never swing back to the other direction. 6 of Wands next to the Devil card, Chariot card in reverse. And sometimes these failures or these disappointments, going back to that feeling of disappointment back in the beginning, some of us, no tea, no shade, we allow it to keep us from trying again, right? Instead of learning how to take that opportunity and that energy and transmute it into something. This is like energetic alchemy, especially because we're in the middle of Scorpio season, which is kind of like one of the masters at doing that. But also with the Temperance card, and yeah, that's the alchemy. But with the Knight of Swords, it's like learning. Like we're going to be consistently met with failure, right? Until we learn how to master the energetic transmutation process. Some of us, we do not want to learn. We want to try something, and when we try it, we want it to work. And if it does not work, we're like, well, I'm done trying. And it's not even just I'm done trying. It's just like I get so caught up in the disappointment, in the heartbreak of the loss. Excuse me. Truth burp, that we never try to move past that. What else is it that the Most High has for us? Some of us, we need more alone time. I guess that's what it is. Oh, okay. So like with the King of Pentacles in reverse, followed by the Hermit card and the Death card in reverse, we have a hard time energetically transmuting that disappointment because we're not getting alone time to do that, right? Like either we're distracting ourselves, we're getting enraptured by the feeling, by the intensity, by the obsession of like what's going to happen, what's not going to happen, what was wrong, or feeling less than. Or like we surround ourselves with people who feel just as terribly as we do. Right? Where much of the learning that takes place that needs to happen, it actually happens when we're alone. You know what I mean? It's kind of like the funny thing about it, they're showing me like somebody who like you study for an exam, you take the exam and then you pass it and then you go celebrate, right? The flip side of that is that like many people, they study for an exam and they fail it and then they go sulk and cry and weep and woe is me and I'm never going to pass the class. This is hopeless. This is pointless. Instead of going back and saying, oh, maybe I need to find a new way to study or new people to study with. And that's the other thing. If you fail in the exam and the test, don't go celebrate with other people who failed the exam and the test. Go find some people who passed it. Go kick it with the girls who passed the exam and the test. Not the other losers. No tea, no shade. There was probably a nicer way to say that. But again, it's like the blind leading the blind. You know what I mean? You want to go, like, if you're not doing well at something, you want to go find somebody who's actually going to be successful at the thing you're trying to manifest and bring into your life. Right, my loves? So right now, we're all just, like, behaving from, like, a very, like, immature. I'm sorry, I just got, like, an email notification and it distracted me. But yes, it's a little immature about how we're, like, dealing with things emotionally. It's not very well nurtured and manicured. And I think that the biggest thing that the divine wants us to, like, get into right now, and again, like, Mercury is currently in its retro shadow. I believe it'll be full steam ahead retrograde this Friday. Fact check me on that. But right now with this Two of Pentacles in reverse, and it even feels very, like, mercurial. What are we carrying? Right? What habits and ways of being are we carrying? And do we want to continue to carry them? Can I get an action plan? Anything else? For the collective, please and thank you, please and thank you, please and thank you. Girl, I got this Band-Aid on my finger, and it is coming loose. A loose girl. Just like this stress and this worry. This feels pretty simple. The last thing is, like, stop stressing, stop worrying, stop draining your own energy is what I'm hearing, and get ready to take action. Get ready to take action. Be bold. Be brave with this King of Wands. Justice card in reverse, followed by the Nine of Swords. Hermit card again. Retreat into yourself about what needs to change. There's that, like, y'all know I'm a huge fan for honoring your emotions, but there's just something about the energy I'm getting that, like, your emotions are preventing you from making any progress. Like, it's indulgent. It's emotionally indulgent. You know what I mean? It's like, for lack of a better phrase, it's kind of like, you know, like pleasing yourself with sadness. I'm being very delicate about which words I use, but it's like trying to please yourself with sadness. If you know what I'm saying. Pleasuring yourself with woeful, sorrowful, sad emotions. Ooh, I hate it. It's awful. Put me out of my misery. That's what it's giving. And you can stay there all you want, but it's not going to get you anything new, which is what we're looking for as a collective. Yes, my loves. This wasn't the brightest reading, but you know, we are in Scorpio season. Scorpio season does a really good job of dealing with some of those heavier, more uncomfortable emotions. Can we get an oracle card, please? Oracle card for the collective. You know, it's so funny how sometimes these collective readings, they turn out to be like 30, 40 minutes, and other times they be like 15. Can we get an oracle card for the collective, please, and thank you? Star bathing, light body, crystal grid, transmission, and activation. The stars are constantly showering emanations onto the crystalline grid of the Earth. When things are in balance, the planet also sends information back up to the stars. Many star seeds have come to Earth at this time to help shift the planet vibrationally, to activate the ancient codes of wisdom that humanity has forgotten. And all of that information is stored in the crystalline grid. If you pull this card, you may be being called to begin working with the stars in the crystalline grid of the Earth. Some people believe that the crystalline grid of the earth anchors divine cosmic frequencies onto the planet. You may be guided to journey to particular places on earth to unlock these cosmic codes with your presence. You may also be interested in a practice called star bathing. Download a star bathing meditation at www.starseedoracle.me. This card commonly arises because you are here to connect with the crystalline grid of the earth, either in your hometown or by traveling to other places without quite knowing why. It also can mean that your light body, the energy body in its highest form, is being activated. If this resonates, take this extra slow in order to integrate the change of this vibration. And then the starseed activation is, I open myself up to receiving the wisdom of the crystalline grid beneath me. May the stars and the earth inform and heal me. And as they do, may it heal the earth too. Excuse me. Yes, my loves. And I'm just going to point to this. Let me show y'all this card. Ooh, excuse me. I'm so sorry for burping all up in the microphone. But then we have empathic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. And again, there's something about wallowing in sadness and pity and despair and woe is me. I'm sorry, I was going to start singing a musical song, but I decided not to. Because I gotta win this spelling bee. Anyway, there's something about absorbing other people's energetic sorrows, right? This empathic starseed's about absorbing what's not yours and having energetic sovereignty. Again, maybe find some time to connect with the earth. I'm just channeling now. Find some time to connect with the earth to help cleanse your emotional body. And then once you go back into the world, be very mindful about your energy. Again, we're still in the middle of Scorpio season, even though this reading is timeless. Scorpio season has no problem being alone. No problem being alone. Because it's kind of deals with secrets and shadows and things that are only comfortable in certain spaces and locations, right? Very, very, very specific energy. And Scorpios can be so private in that way because they know that all their emotions that are coming up, they're not meant for everybody to share. And the energy is very sacred. It's dark, it's feminine, but it's wise, and it's not meant to be shared with everybody, right? So as long as there's just a lot of murky energy going around. So make sure that the murky energy that you're dealing with, if you are dealing with any, that it's yours and yours alone, and that you're not absorbing anybody else's. And if you may be absorbing anybody else's, go on a hike, find a natural body of water, take a nature walk of some kind. Sunbathing would be nice. Try out that star bathing meditation. Yes, my loves. And that's all. And that concludes today's collective reading. Please thank your ancestors, spirit guides, and angels for allowing me to deliver these messages to you. And until next time, this is XOMO. Bye-bye.